Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions, and today we're playing the best killer in the game, of course, the Score Merchant. We're using Dead Man Switch, which lets you basically block every generator for 30 seconds after you hook a survivor if the survivors get off that gen. A Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, where if we hook somebody the first time on a Scourge hook, then they automatically lose 25% on the generator with the most progress, and they also scream and get off the gen. Then we have Fearmonger. I believe I've actually used this build before, where we use Fearmonger to make them blind and exhausted. The main point of this is so that way they're exhausted so we can easily chase them when we get off a gen. And lastly, you have Throwing Tremors, which in my opinion, Throwing Tremors and Dead Man Switch are the two most essential perks when it comes to using this killer. We have Advanced Movement Protection so we can see their auras when they're inside the drone radius, and always we use the green add-on to make them oblivious when they're inside the drone area. With these add-ons, what we do is we chase survivors that are on gens. They're going to be exhausted, so they can't use Dead Heart, Spin Burst, Balance Landing, Live, Overcome, Adrenaline. All these perks won't activate because they're already exhausted. That's what Fearmonger is supposed to do. Then with the green add-on, if they're on the generator and they're exhausted, then they are oblivious and exhausted and blind, and they don't know where we're coming from, so we can easily down them. But you'll figure out how good this build is once we get into the game. Okay, we are in Dead Dog Saloon, literally one of the best maps for playing Score Merchant. The reason why this map is so good is because generators spawn in really bad locations for survivors, and we are really easy, well, it makes it really easy for us to put drones there. So I'm very well because in my way. But because of the fact that generators normally spawn in really bad locations on this map, I have the ability to just easily put drones up, protecting all the generators on the map. So if we see someone already going to the generator up there, let's put a drone up there. If you can put a really good placed drone, either at the bottom of somewhere or the top of somewhere, then survivors will go up there. So I'm going to put a drone here, that way someone will try and fall down, and the person up top will get oblivious over time. But of course they're going to go down so they don't get oblivious, they don't get exposed. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to trace this person. Using our add-on, we can see exactly where they're going. But they're sadly going to go to this really annoying jungle gym. So I'm going to ignore them because I see someone over here is exposed, because even though they clearly know how Score Merchant works, they're going to continuously do this gen, like that makes sense. So this should be a quick down, and if we get a really quick down early in the game, we can of course still have the game much faster. Make them drop this pallet, loop them around for a little bit. Trying to fake it, but sadly they're smart enough to realize they can't. They're gonna go this way. But they're gonna keep looping the pallet, and I'm gonna put them in a position where they're gonna go the wrong way. Now about the pallet, they have nowhere else to go. And because they're exposed for 60 seconds, we have the ability to so chase them. Another pallet gets thrown down, but it doesn't really matter as long as I push them in a direction where they can't really do much. Like if I put him to the right, he can't really do anything. So I'm going to purposely do that. But sadly, he's smart and he just dodged my head. I'm mad. But again, it doesn't really matter. We still have 15 more seconds to try and chase this person before they can no longer be exposed. They're going to run towards the shack, but it doesn't matter. We have a hit. Now, in theory, when playing Score Merchant, by the way, you probably shouldn't chase someone like that because that gives them more time to do gens. But because of our build, we are really good at making gens go slower. So what we're gonna do is we're going to pick up this person. We're gonna block every gen on the map besides the generator that the person's working on right now. But it's fine because we're gonna put them on a Scourge hook. Now that person is exposed. And that generator is blocked because Pain Resonance made them scream and get off the gen because they exploded. Now that they are off the gen, we know they're, of course, exposed. So all we have to do is chase them. And now you understand the strength of this build. Pain Resonance, Throwing Tremors, and Dead Man Switch are an insanely good combination on this killer. And that is the reason why I haven't been uploading. I missed like 1 day or 2 days of uploading. It's because of the fact that I've been experimenting with different builds, so I can show y'all what I really would like using with her. And so far, these 3 perks are the ones that I use the most. Using Dead Man Switch, Throwing Tremors, and what's it called? Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. Those are the main ones you want to use in my opinion when you're playing her. It really helps with gen control. Now the the fourth perk can be really anything you want. And as you can see in this video, we're using Fearmonger. Fearmonger, like I told you, makes them oblivious, and it makes them exhausted and blind, which is a really good combination. But the main reason why I use it also mainly because we can help the chase. Like this person no longer has to deal with the fact that we don't have to deal with any exhaustion perks because, well, they were on a gen and they're exhausted now. So as long as they keep running, they should be exhausted forever. I'm gonna break this wall because this wall is really important to break. And I would chase this person, but sometimes as score merchant you either realize when it's time to chase somebody and when it's not. That generator has been worked on for a long time, but instead of me trying to go after the generator, I'm gonna activate this person. Even though I probably didn't get the gen, but I'm pretty sure I can get at least one free hit. And because this person, for some reason, they think I can hit them right here. But you don't know this. You can hit drivers right over this little gap if you time it correctly. So they're free down, but sadly someone did generator before I could hook them and activate that man switch. But I'm gonna hook this person on a score trick, even though sometimes you shouldn't hook people on score tricks. It just so happened to be like 3 of the closest hooks were score tricks, so I put them on a score trick. So now we only have 1 pain resonance left, but it doesn't really matter because we can 3-gen, or not only 3-gen, just protect the gen in general really well. 3-genning with score merchant, of course, is like the best strategy, but 3-genning with any killer is the best strategy. You don't have to go across the map very far because you have 3-gens. But with score merchant in particular, you can 3-gen across the map if you're good enough. And of course, I'm gonna miss this person because I got a little bit too hasty with my swing. But this person can go to Shaq, but it doesn't really matter that much because honestly, the ability to break this wall right here makes Shaq on this map not that bad. But I'm going to ignore this person. They're gonna drop down the pallet. I'm gonna go after this person instead because they are exhausted, oblivious, and blind. But they're already injured, so they don't care if they're exposed for good reason. Because who has to worry about being exposed when you're injured? But I'm gonna down her, of course, anyway. Now, right here, I should have waited a little bit before picking her up because I had a tiny bit of throwing Tremors still activated. Cooldown. If I would have waited 2 more seconds, every gen on the map that wasn't being worked on would have, of course, been blocked. And as a result, they might be doing gens right now because of the fact that I decided to just quickly pick her up. So make sure you're always aware of when your timer for throwing Tremors is going to end, because like I said before, throwing Tremors is an essential perk in my opinion for this killer. It just helps so much with protecting gens. Like the ability to block every gen for 16 seconds and then go towards that gen later on and set up a drone is just such an impactful thing that Score Merchant can do. And a lot of killers can do this, but like the Score Merchant is just better at it because of the fact that she has the ability to set up a drone that protects the generator as well as the entity already blocking it. Now, I normally wouldn't tunnel, but I realized this game is really annoying. They already completed 2 gens. They're probably doing a 3rd one right now. So I'm going to chase this person and definitely down her because I can get her out the game as fast as possible because protecting my 3-gen is more important. Oh, not only protecting my 3-gen, but being able to only have to deal with 3 survivors instead of 4 is a really good idea. So this Claudette must die for our cause. I remember I was making a video and someone commented, they said, I always tunnel, but I tunnel if I have to because I'm trying to win. And that's basically the truth. Like sometimes you just should tunnel because you need to get someone out the game. Like if you're really behind especially, you should tunnel because getting someone out the game is more important than trying to be kind of nice and not tunneling. Because I know it sounds weird, but you do want to try and win if you can. And sometimes getting rid of one person is just more important than trying to be nice. And I learned that the hard way. I used to play, I always do play my score merchant like that. I do go after every single person one time. I don't just chase the same person over again. But in this instance, we have a really good, well not really good 3-gen, but they completed already every gen besides the last one they have to do. So now all we have to do is protect these gens right here. This person decides to do this drone right here, right in front of me, because they're oblivious and they don't know I'm coming. Because first I had no terror radius because I'm untouchable, but then they're oblivious, so they don't know I'm coming. So again, I don't wait for throwing Tremors for some reason why. I pick her up immediately, but it doesn't really matter in this case because I already have drones everywhere. So yeah, but I put her on a score trick. As you can see, I put her on the score trick, and then that generator over there turned white because it exploded. Any person on a generator when it explodes gets off the gen. Because it got off the gen and I used that man switch, that generator is now blocked for 30 seconds. So all I have to do is go over here, get back in my normal spot, and make sure I put the drone in the right spot. Now I was gonna try and put a drone in a really cheeky spot. I was gonna put it on top of something, that's why I jumped over here. But you cannot get up there sadly, so I can't put the drone there. But I'm pretty sure if I can find really cool drone locations, I'll definitely make a video on it because there are some really good drone locations you can do. So this time I don't go after the same person because I was gonna go after her, but I totally got after this Feng Min because I like Feng Min and I want to kill her. But then I see someone go back over here towards my generator, and I'm like, no, I can't just let them do the gen for free. So I'm gonna, of course, put a drone up, and they're gonna fall down because they realize they can't do anything. Now they're gonna go in the corner instead of trying to fall down. I realize that now. So what I do is I decide to go after them. But I missed. And because of the fact that they were no longer in the drone radius, I don't have the exhaustion add-on. Yes, they were on the gen, but they didn't run, so they were able to activate their balanced landing, sadly. But I'm going to reactivate this drone, and the drone is still protecting the generator. So now I'm going to go back over here to this gen and try and protect this one by putting a drone up. I don't know if people know this, but if you watch my videos, you know that protecting your generators is more important than anything else you do with Score Merchant. So if you see me to stop chasing somebody, it's because of the fact that I'm trying to put a drone up. Like literally, I'm gonna either chase somebody and down them like I just did right there, or if I'm gonna stop chasing somebody, get one hit, and then drone up. Because drone up is the most important thing to do. So you can protect a generator while you carry somebody, and then you know someone's not on it. But because of throwing Tremors, we know that no one is on this gen, or any gen really, so I'm gonna protect that generator by putting a drone up. I'm gonna reactivate the drone across the map, but no one's even touched that generator, I know that for sure. Then of course I'm going to re-put a drone right here to protect this gen, and I can use my tracker to find out what the last people are, of course. Well, one of the last people is. But I'm gonna put a drone right here in the corner, that way they have to go all the way to the top of the stairs to activate it, to get rid of it. And we're gonna go back again, because this is basically how you are supposed to play Killer. You need to protect all your drones if possible. But I knew I heard somebody. It was Feng Min. So we're gonna go after Feng Min. I do a good 360. For once, I don't actually miss my swings. But Feng Min's gonna go straight for the annoying shack. So I have to deal with that now. But it doesn't really matter, like I said before, this game and this map, the shack is not that big of a deal. It's not really that annoying. And I believe this is Feng Min's last. No, I don't think it's her last hook. I don't think Feng Min's actually been hooked very much. But I could be wrong. Hopefully it's her last hook. But because of throwing Tremors, you know, all the gens are blocked. Like literally this past 4 minutes, none of the survivors have been doing any gens because of this build. Like this build is so good. I recommend you use it all the time. I wanna say it's the new meta build with her. Well, let me phrase that. My meta. Because I play Score Merchant the most. I don't think, well, I'm not gonna say I don't think other people play Score Merchant, but I'm gonna main her, so I need to figure out the best builds. But for right now, I like this build. Now, of course, like I said, the last perk you can change to anything you really want. Fearmonger is really good because it makes them exhausted. I haven't tried it yet, but I have seen people use agitation when they play certain killers, because agitation lets you be able to get the gens faster. So because I don't know this person, for some reason why is doing this gen instead of trying to run away. So I'm gonna wait for the exhausted and get a free down. Like I don't know what she was doing. I think because I became untouchable, she thought I ran away. But at the same time, I don't really understand what she was thinking because she saw me underneath her. So I don't know. But either way, she's dead on hook, so I'm fine with that. And then someone got on our drone radius, so we can see them for exactly a few seconds. So I'm going to get a quick hit. Feng Min over here. And I'm going to chase her, but she's going towards somewhere that has nothing besides, of course, that big saloon. But the saloon's not really that big of a deal, because I'm pretty sure I can hit her before she does anything. But for some reason, I tried to just hit. I thought I could hit the Feng Min before she got up the stairs, but that's not what happened. So she's able to run away even further, and I regret doing that, but it's fine, because of course we're still going to chase her anyway. I don't know why she did that little spin right there, but she definitely messed up for herself. And because throwing Tremors again, block every gen on the map. Like I said before, no one has been doing any gens this entire game. Like literally, this build, this makes survivors not do gens because they can't, and it's great. And that's the third person does. And now we have to find the last person or find the hatch. But like I was saying, the fourth perk, you can do whatever you want. I do have a build I'm going to show y'all in the future, where I have made builds actually in the future where I changed the fourth perk. It's the same 3 perks. It's going to be 3 Tremors, Deadman Switch, and Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. It's just the fourth perk you can change. I have one build I showed y'all already, I believe. I use Scourge Hook. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I think it's something fun or something thrill. I don't remember. But what it does is once the survivor gets healed, they suffer from a 16% generation repair. So because of that reason, they automatically repair the generator 16% slower, which is really good because they want to heal themselves. Why would you want to be injured against a score merchant? Besides the fact that the exposed side effect won't really matter to you because you're already injured. But as a result, I use that one, but I don't use that one right now. But for now, Fearmonger is the way to go. Cubeproductions is really good. I recommend, actually. Mainly because of the green item one. The ability to make someone oblivious while also making them exhausted and they don't know where you're coming from is really good. But I'm looking for this hatch and I can't find it. So either means that the survivor is probably already on it or it's in the middle of the map somewhere. So I search the middle of the map and lo and behold, I hear the hatch. And there's a survivor right on it. And I'm like, oh, I give up. Awkward. But it doesn't really matter because we got Ruthless Killer and I'm happy with this outcome. I got to show off the build and how amazing it is. And like I said before, you can always change the fourth perk if you want. You don't have to use Fearmonger. I just happened to use in this video. It really helped beating exhaustion perks. Like you see, they have Dead Hard, and they have Dead Hard. They have, for some reason, they have that one perk that stuns them, well, stuns you if they're in a locker. They also have Balanced Landing, as you saw one time. So we did definitely stop some exhaustion perks, which is really good for us. But if you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I love reading y'all's comments, so make sure you keep commenting. But I'll see you in the next video.